Hi and welcome to Dad Gets Fit. Right, okay. So this week we're doing a bit of a different thing, aren't we? So thought we'd mix it up and try and keep the weekly check-ins interesting. So this week we're going to do a check-in while we cook one of the healthy meals. So we're doing some mackerel fish cakes with salad is going to be this meal. Okay. So we've got a kettle boiling in there so that once the potatoes are all peeled up and chopped, they can go straight into the pot and it won't take too long. I've started heating up our little hob here because it is like a hot plate camper oven, so it takes a bit of time. And I'm going to take the skin off of the fish and then I'll flake it up. So how has it gone this week?
It's been alright. I'd say it's been a bit harder this week than the first week, to be honest.
Yeah.
Started off okay, but in the middle of the week I did have a sneaky weight check, and I hadn't really lost any. I hadn't put any on, but I hadn't actually lost any. So back end of the week, the 7 days, I've been a bit more strict. I've not gone starvation diet, but I've gone closer to 1,000 than 1,500. Let's put it that way. Plus, I've been getting on the bike a bit more. So yeah, it's been alright. It's been quite
I think
tough.
the main thing you've done is getting on the bike more, I would say. You've been really definitely committed to that. You went on a few days. You went twice, didn't you?
Yeah, the odd day I got up in the morning early, and before anybody got up and went out for a long ride. Actually, that's the big news for me, is that I went on my road bike for the first time.
Yeah, because if you remember, was it in the first week we talked about how Dad fell off his bike a couple of years ago, and actually really hurt his hands, his fingers, and his thumb, and luckily not his head, because the helmet took the beating.
It did. But I got out on it for the first time, so we have got a bit of footage.
Yeah, it's a big momentous moment, so you've got that filmed.
This is the bike that tried to kill me, and it's 2 years since I've been out on it. I've just checked it over and I can't see anything wrong with it, so I've pumped up the tyres, put the chain back on, got everything aligned. I'm going to give it a go. So wish me luck, and stand by your phone in case I fall off. First time I've been on my road bike for 2 years. I'm a little bit scared. No, actually, it feels alright. Like, my main concern was that it was going to be something wrong with it, but it seems fine. My God, it just feels so much faster. Road bike. It cost me 600 quid 10 years ago.
So, what have you been eating sort of this week in order to keep going? So it's hard when you to keep going sometimes, isn't it? So
just generally eating healthily, and we all share in the cooking duties, don't we? So sometimes I'll make dinner, sometimes you will, sometimes Mum will. So we've all been doing it, and to be honest, in terms of what I'm eating, I would say I'm just eating healthily in terms of my main meal. So my main meal we're having around sort of 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock
Yeah,
in
I'm
the
still
afternoon.
doing the sort of early meal, yeah.
And that works. I am having breakfast most mornings, so I might have an omelette or a bit of scrambled egg, or a bit of muesli. But I do weigh it out, to make sure I'm not eating too much. If I'm trying to be a bit extra strict, I might just have an apple or a bit of fruit.
Yeah.
But I am generally having breakfast, and then we'll have something for a main meal, and then especially if I've been out on my bike with you or on my own, when I come back I might have a few of those kind of healthier snacks.
Yeah.
I mean, those healthier snacks that I try on, like the Graze ones, they're kind of better because they don't have as much fat, but they're not that low calories. You'd have to be careful with them.
You've got to measure them. You can't just eat them.
Because they're still quite high. In fact, there's more calories in a portion of that than there is in a bag of crisps.
Yeah.
But you kind of get a bit more and a bit more satisfying.
Yeah.
So, but you do have to be careful that you don't.
You shouldn't just take the bag, because you could open the bag and just demolish them, because they're tasty. They are nice.
That's right.
But yeah, there's more protein in them. There's more like good things in them than a bag of crisps, and they are more satisfying. Like nuts is more filling. Like tasty salty nuts are more filling than
tend to be
crisps.
Yeah. Well, so you want me to chop these up?
Yeah, if you just sort of roughly chop them, and then we'll pop them in there because that water's now boiling, which is good. And I've sort of torn up my.
So when you say roughly, what do you mean?
Sort of quarters though, so that'll be fine.
A bit more than quarters.
Okay, that's fine.
Is that all right?
There's a lot of value in. I know not everyone likes it, but you are measuring things, so you actually know how much you're taking in.
Exactly, yeah.
And I guess once you've done it for a while, you'll probably know the size, and then you don't need to worry so much. But the scales are helpful for just knowing what a portion of something looks like.
Yeah, definitely. The other thing is I'm having grapefruit, so that's one of the fruits that I will eat. So I am having that in the evening. I'm getting into these low alcohol or no alcohol beers.
Yeah, because that's where some people can end up taking in a lot more calories than they expect, because they forget to measure how many calories are in the drinks they're drinking. So you've been trying a lot of those no alcohol beers because they're a lot less calorie, aren't they?
I have. There's a little clip I want to show you about that. So I've tasted 2 extra beers this week, alcohol free. So see what I think. Right, so we're back out in the garden again, and I've got some more alcohol free beers to try. So I've got the Punk AF Brewdog. AF stands for alcohol free. Not anything else, and the Southwold Pale Ale. So these are both low alcohol, so they've both got 0.5% in them. So I think I'll try the Brewdog first. I'm just going to put a little bit in and give it a taste. Okay, so it doesn't say very much about it. Let's have a look. All the attitude, all the flavour, but none of the alcohol. Juicy tropical fruit, mixes it up with grassy and pine notes, all sitting on a solid malt baseline. Full flavour, no alcohol, all punk. Okay, so let's see whether it lives up to its. Actually it does live up to its billing. That's really nice. That's really remarkable. That's possibly the best ale I've had as an alcohol free. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure I'd pick up all of those things, but it's certainly got a kind of citrusy flavour to it for me anyway. That's a really good drink, actually. Yeah. Yes, I would definitely drink that quite happily. That's almost as good as some ales with alcohol in it. Very, very good. Okay, let's try the Southwold Pale Ale. So these are both pale, obviously. I'm a fan of the dark ales, but I guess that's harder to do. I guess, as alcohol free, don't know, let's try it. So this is claiming a full flavoured and well balanced beer with a floral aroma and a gentle hint of caramel. So I like the idea of caramel in that. It's got a bit of a darker... Okay, so it's saying it's pale, but it's actually, that's reasonably medium bodied, I would say. That's really nice. So these alcohol-free drinks have just come on leaps and bounds over the years. Again, that's a really nice drink. Yes, you can taste the caramel in it, or caramel hints. Again, I could while away an afternoon drinking that. That's really nice. Yeah, both good drinks. So, which is best? I don't know, to be honest. Really hard to say. I think they're both really good. I would happily drink those instead of alcohol. And yeah, so I'm going to get some of those in. So that is Southwold Pale Ale, 0.5%. Punk AF, alcohol free IPA. Yeah, not bad.
I'll start popping these into the water, just as carefully as I can.
So this is a recipe you've done before, isn't it? You've made this before.
Yeah, I've done this once before.
Yeah.
And it's quite a nice sort of summery, healthy food because you have it with a salad. I think it would be nice to have a bit of lemon mayonnaise to dip them in as well. I think that'd be nice. So they're getting going now. It shouldn't take long at all. We've got all of this sort of like, I'll show you on there. So it's all shredded. Kind of almost looks like pork.
It is.
Isn't it? But yeah, so we've got that all shredded. It's good for us because we, like we said before, we don't eat meat. But this is a really good source of protein and omegas and all of that.
Yeah.
So the other thing that we can prepare, so while we're waiting for the potatoes, Dad's going to get the spring onions chopped up and ready. So then we can just add them into the bowl of the fish mix. And what I'll do is when you do shallow frying, you create like it's got a name, but once again, I don't think that matters. So if you've ever watched our cooking videos of the past, I don't care about that sort of thing. So we've got one large egg beaten. So I'm just going to pop that into this sort of shallow dish. And then what I'll also do is get some flour and pour that into another dish. Don't go mental with it because you can always add more flour, but once you've rubbed fish in it, it's no good for anything else. So.
Are those alright?
Yeah, they look good, don't they? That'd be nice. Right, so then you just throw them there in.
In here?
Yeah, I didn't use English words there, but you get the gist. And then breadcrumbs in another sort of shallower bowl. And again, you can always add more, so don't go mental.
Is that cooking out then, the onions?
No, you just put them in. They'll get cooked when we shallow fry them. Are we calling this a diet, or is it just like a bit more of like a lifestyle thing?
Well, for me it is a diet because I'm changing
how
I eat. So I'm changing what I eat and how I eat. But it's not. I'm not going for a really strict calorie control diet where I. Yes, I am weighing things to a degree, but I'm. I guess it's a hybrid. It's somewhere in between, I would say. And yeah, I'm not like having a shake or anything like that, or using any products, diet products or anything like that. I'm really just eating healthily, reducing my calorie intake, and increasing my working calorie outtake, I suppose.
Do you think the only thing, I suppose, that might change a bit once you hit your target is that you might be able to eat a bit more just to maintain, because you don't want to lose forever?
That's right.
But it's not about necessarily.
I don't have a problem with that.
No, I know. Yeah.
That. My problem is going to be once the effort has gone and we've finished doing Dad Gets Fit. We need to do a Dad Stays Fit, which might be perhaps every 6 months we'll check in and just make sure that I'm still on
not
the straight
falling
and
into
narrow.
bad habits or anything.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think that will almost be more. We need to do this to get to that bit. But I think that might almost be even more valuable to people, because how many shows do those fitness things, and then they end up gaining it all back and more, and because they've not done it in a healthy way, or they've just they've just gone straight back because they've not set up a plan for how to continue. So
absolutely,
that would be exciting, and that shouldn't be too long in the future, really, if we continue.
Yeah, that's right.
On this nice steady path. Around Christmas time, you'll be.
I'm hoping
really
that
different position.
One of the bits of psychology I think around weight loss is to have goals and things that you can reward yourself with. So for me, the reward is going to be around Christmas, because I'm always really difficult to buy for, and nobody knows what to buy me because I don't kind of want lots of stuff.
No.
But I would really like to be able to say, clothes. I need a kind of new wardrobe. I need new shirts.
You got planned.
Not quite. I want new shirts. I want new jeans. I want a new little jacket and stuff like that. That I keep putting off buying because I keep saying, well, there's no point yet because I'm on this diet, So I'm kind of, in the end, you end up walking around in scruffy old clothes because you can't be bothered to buy new ones because you think, well, I'm gonna be on this diet. So that will be really good when I can say, I need clothes. I need some new stuff.
Are you hungry? Having said that, you're hoping there's enough sort of food here for our meal. Have you been experiencing a lot of hunger?
So definitely not as much as obviously I used when I've been dieting before, starvation diets. I'm hungry pretty much all the time, apart from my days where I then go mad. So that cannot be healthy. So definitely not as much as that. I think last couple of days I have just notched down the calorie intake and notched up the exercise. So yes. Last night I was quite hungry, but other than that, I've definitely not experienced the feelings of hunger that I had in the past.
Not like the unhappy hunger.
Yeah, I think we all get a bit irritable, don't we, when we're hungry, so it's not been as bad as that.
I think you don't want to be too hungry because you want to be able to go on your bike and enjoy it, because it's about, in this series, and Dad Gets Thin, it's Dad Gets Fit, isn't it? So you want to be on the bike and getting physically fit, so...
Yeah, I had a great ride last night actually. I went to a place called Fotheringhay, which is about 10 miles down the road, so it's, all in all it was about a 20-mile bike ride. So I took a little bit of footage of that. I stopped on Fotheringhay Bridge and took a sort of view around the river and the Fotheringhay Church. It's just a fabulous place there. It's just really quiet and really lovely.
So, shall we talk about the weigh-in then?
Yes, let's talk about the weigh-in. We did that this morning.
The bit that everyone's been waiting for. So, you were a bit freaked out, as you said, this week, because you did a cheeky weigh-in. I was annoyed about it. Because I was like, we're already doing one weigh-in a week. But anyway, you did a cheeky weigh-in. And you'd not gained, but you'd not lost, so you started. Cool.
Middle of the week, I hadn't lost anything, not even half a pound, and I'm starting to think, well, that's not great. I sort of do need to have lost something. So I did reduce a little bit my calorie intake, and as I say, I got out on my bike a bit more. But yeah, let's have a look. Okay, so it's Wednesday, 3rd of June, and it's weighing time. So here we go.
we've just seen the weight loss.
Yeah.
So,
oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. For you, it's been 2 seconds. For us, it's been a long potato boiling time. So next thing, so drain off the water. Obviously, we're not in a kitchen, so we've done that in the other room. And then they just need mashing. So.
Have you put any milk in or anything?
No.
No, just smashing around.
Yeah,
so anyway.
We had mayo in a minute.
Anyway.
You lost weight. How much?
£4.
£4. Again, so that is a lot.
Mm.
So I think you were worried, but you've pulled off more weight loss and more than needed.
Yeah, I mean my goal is £2 a week. This is the first 2 weeks, so I guess I'm likely to lose a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Of those first couple of weeks. I don't expect to be losing £4
every week
next week, because this week was a lot harder. Got to be honest. So I'm going to scale back a bit on the panic.
Yeah. Because it was okay.
Yeah, it was good. I was very pleased with £4. So that's over half a stone I've lost in 2 weeks.
Which is really impressive.
I've not starved myself, but I have done a lot of exercise. So I've been on my bike a lot.
Yeah. But like you can see, we're having a delicious meal here.
Yeah.
And I think there's been some footage throughout this, peppered throughout. And to show that you've been having good tasty meals. Like, had lots of good things with like jackets.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm just going to turn these up a bit actually now. So I've already flipped them once and they're starting to get a bit of light colour, as you can see on here. It's quite light, so I want them to just crisp up a bit more and get a bit more golden, and then they'll be done. We've got salad as well to have with it. Dad's just having 3 fish cakes and salad, and then me and Mum are having a little bit less fish cake with some extra baby potatoes. But yeah, so you just want to get them a bit more like this colour all over really. So let's see what it's like now. You've got to be quite delicate with them. They can break apart. But yeah, see they're starting to get better. I think we'll leave it a bit longer though. But we'll show you the final picture. But that's basically, you just do a bit of oil and shallow fry them until they've got a nice crisp. But that's it. There we go.
Nice. Excellent.
Yeah, that's this week. You've lost weight.
Lost £4. Join us again next week.
See what you've done and if you've lost weight again.
We're going to talk about the psychology a bit of it next week, I think. So I'll do a bit of research and think
diet culture.
Yeah, might be interesting.
I think that's interesting. Yeah.
Bye. But don't forget to subscribe.
Oh yeah, subscribe to our channel. This will keep happening every week.
Yes.
And then there's all other stuff that's really exciting, and we'll probably keep doing some more little cooking things to inspire you. So yeah, bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. I need to get this off my hands, it's really irritating.